Hi, this is Chris with Ignite Studio, and I'm going to be talking about the DIY for April, which is stenciling. So in your packet you will have received a stencil. Looks something like this. Everybody's going to receive a different stencil, but they all are sort of what's called radial symmetry. So basically they're the same any which way you sort of look at the stencil. These are mandala stencils, meaning they radiate around a center. So look for yours. Everyone's will be a little bit different. Also in your packet you will have a set of colored pencils. You'll have some papers that you can do sort of testing on to figure out kind of what colors you want, what colors you like best for your stencil. And that's pretty much it. So it's kind of an easy design. You'll also receive this for your final sort of stenciling project. So when you're all ready, you've tested out your designs, you can put that on this, which is actually just a biodegradable paper plate, but I thought it looked sort of like an already framed piece once you put your mandala in the center. And then that is the one I did based on the stencil that I was sort of holding up. So let me show you that a little bit here. So this is the one I did. So I used this stencil here. And then this is the design I ended up with when I had colored it in with my colored pencils. So I'm going to show you kind of the process of this, which is pretty simple. This here is a design that I sort of laid out on one of those pieces of paper. So I'm going to follow that for my design on the plate here. And then I'm going to lay my stencil right in the center. And you want to keep that stencil in the same spot the whole time. If you have tape and you want to tape it down, you can do that. That's totally fine. I'm just going to hold mine, and then I'm going to color in my stencil. And you'll see you kind of have your basic primary colors in here. So you've got red, yellow, and blue. And then you have one tertiary color, or actually one secondary color, which is green. And then there's black and brown. So I am going to, let's see, I used purple, but since I don't have, I did this with markers, so I'm going to sort of just use some reds and some yellows for this design. But I like the darker color. I like this darker color that's right here. So my darkest is probably the blue. So I'm going to color these in. So I have completed filling in all of the negative spaces, the places that are cut. And I'm going to lift my stencil. And there I have the design that is left from that. And stencils you can find kind of around your house. These are some things that I found just sort of looking. So things with pre-cut holes. So this was just from a game board. These lovely squares, and then this held a set of batteries, the coin batteries, so I thought those would make a nice stencil. And then this was also off of a water bottle, and so I really liked the cutout designs that were sort of on the wrapper for the bottle. So here are my two designs using the stencil. You could also use paint. There's many different things you can use, but hopefully using the colored pencils will give you an idea of what you can do with stencils. So if you do have something you want to show us, feel free to basically post that on any of our social media channels, and then we will hopefully see you in Ignite. Thanks.